Victoria opened the door quietly so as not to disturb her sick father, Evan, and placed the food slaw next to it and went to the farm near her house to milk the cows. She was thinking about her father's condition, which was getting worse day by day. He had been in bed for a month, and he was the last of her family left. Her mother died 2 years ago, and after her death, her father became seriously ill, and Victoria left school and took care of her father, as she was the only daughter of her parents. Victoria brought milk and woke her father to take food and medicine. She said to him tenderly,
"Good morning, Dad. How are you?"
Her father answered her.
I'm fine, my love, thank God.
Victoria began to feed her father with love and affection, as her father was her most precious possession. Old Ivan ate a little food. Victoria said to him,
"Please, Father, you must eat more so that your health improves."
I have had enough, my daughter. I would like to give you important commandments so that you can live a happy life after me. I am happy because I will leave life with you near me.
Victoria hugged her father and began to cry, and tears fell from her father's eyes. He told her,
Listen, my daughter, the end of my journey in this life is approaching, and I would like to give you the lessons that life has taught me throughout my life. My dear, we only live this life once, so live your life the way you want to live it, but with conditions. Do not do what does not please God. Don't be unfair to anyone and be convinced of what you have, because contentment is the key to happiness. And stick to your principles. Principle is like a strong rope. If you let go, you will fall into hell. I advise you, my daughter, to perfect your mind and manners and to develop your mind by controlling yourself and desires and not obeying yourself in evil and wrong desires. What distinguishes man from animals is that God created the animal to have desire without a mind, and He made the angels possess the brain without desire. And man has the mind and desire, so if his desire overpowers his mind, he is more contemptible than the animal, and if his mind overpowers his desire, he is superior to the angels. Yes, my daughter, the more you struggle with your desires, the stronger you become, as the soul desires comfort and what makes it enjoyable.
Ivan tried to say something important, but he stopped talking, stopped breathing and moving, and his soul moved to heaven. Days after the death of old Ivan, Victoria prepared herself and her belongings so that she could travel to the city, complete her studies, and begin a new life. She found her father's box, opened it, and found a folded paper. She opened the paper, and it was her father's will. She read the will in her head, as if she could hear her father's voice reading it.
Dear Victoria, you must be reading this paper while I am lying in my grave, and I do not want you to be very sad, but rather, I want you to be strong, as I knew you. And this is my will to you, which contains some advice that I learned from my experiences on the journey of life. Please think about it carefully. Listen, my daughter, God has given you beauty in the face and mind, and they say, be good-looking, and the eyes will not forget you. And I tell you, be of good morals, and hearts will not forget you. The beauty of appearance is not a person's pride, because God is the Creator. A person's pride lies in his morals, mind, and knowledge. My love, you are in a time when corruption and decadence have increased. Be like a diamond among the stones, so preserve your chastity, for it is a girl's greatest treasure. Be a virgin until fate brings you together with the man who deserves you. Treat people the way you teach them to treat you. If you are present, they will be happy with you, and in your absence, they will miss you. Be convinced of the things that you cannot change, and raise your value every day with work, knowledge, and obedience to God, and create beautiful memories from the present that you will remember in the future. Finally, my daughter, leave an everlasting impact in this life and be present with your good impact while you are in your grave. I wish you a happy life.
Victoria began to cry silently, hugged the paper to her chest, kept it in her bag, and bid farewell to her home as she saw the silhouette of her parents waving their hands. She waved to them and smiled, and she boarded the train, sat on the seat, and watched her home until it was out of her sight.